Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a wonderful day. I'm going to talk briefly about the center of the universe, the heart of heart, where it's something that's very mysterious that will unfold at its own time, its own pace. But I wanted to say that what is essential to create the change that we want on the planet comes from the inner alignment, the inner self, the ability for reach a critical mass of people that have reached this inner alignment. It doesn't mean that we're not concerned and aware of what is going on the political stage and those, but the essential of if it is happening outside is because there is a mass critical point that has been reached of people that are awakening within themselves. So it is to always focus on that. I know that it is essential, it is primal for your God. It is there is this God self that we have within us that is almighty, yeah, and that is very powerful, and so we want to come into alignment with that, with this love that is within, this truth that is wisdom, that is so the past is well-being. Just to pull a few oracles from the angels. The present is clairvoyance. We're seeing a lot of things very clearly now. And it will continue to increase. And the future is the same card that was in the French reading. It is forgiveness in the future. We're going to need to forgive ourselves, forgive the astral beings, forgive the powers that be, forgive all those things, forgive the mistakes of the past, forgive everything. For forgiveness will bring freedom, and as we let go of the attachment, what we're working on is righteousness. It is about aligning with the law of one, aligning with what is true, what is good, what is balanced, what is to be sincere and balanced, and to be true, to be sincere, to be transparent, and not to judge ourselves for whatever darkness we may still have, and to accept it and correct as much as possible whenever we see something that's not aligned. When we become aware of it, we can disengage from that. And the future is accomplishment. The outcome of that will be accomplishment. We are accomplishing great things for the planet and for humanity. And this planet is the very center of the ascension of the galaxy. We all came here for that. We knew the mission was extremely important. And so we need to learn to recenter all the time. And at the very center of our heart, Spirit has shown me that, my guides showed me that, deep within the heart, there is at the very center of the heart, there is the paradise and the central universe. For the central universe is also at the center of the cosmos. So it's something monumental beyond anything. Paradise is the biggest agglomeration of cosmic reality that will ever be. The cosmos can grow eternally. Paradise will always be paradise, the central isle of light and life. And the central universe will always be the nucleus that holds the gravity center for all the dance of the galaxies around it. Yet it is invisible, and it can also be reached. It is also exists at the very center of ourselves in a minuscule reality. It's so small that we can never discover it if we are not shown that place. But it is the whole universe of universes exists within ourselves in a miniature form. And it is so very small, it is so very refined, it is so beautiful, but it's so small. It's like, imagine that paradise is at the very center of every particle, every living being, and it's all constructed from inside out. For life, scientifically, it should be understood. Eventually we'll understand that life is constructed from within out, from inside out. The plants, the animals, the everything. When the baby is created, the heart first comes, and then everything evolves around the heart. The construction of the physical matrix. So it is all from within outside. It is all with the power of the circle to start from within and to connect to this, to us to be shown those inner world that is, and the heart is the key to unconditional love. The connection to the heart is the door to what connects us to the Creator, to God. It's the only thing that connects us to God, actually. And so as the consciousness rises, there is a new level of manifestation will become possible. I also wanted to talk about the third eye as it is opening. For I'm ascending in a frequency that is white and yellow. It's a very pure frequency of divinity, and this is really what I'm seeking to integrate. But it's so fast and so powerful. It takes me a while to fully become that, to be fully one with my I am presence. Yet when I'm having very lucid thoughts, for my third eye has been open for many decades. when I'm having very lucid thoughts and comprehension of things that my am presence or my spirit wants to me to understand, I have usually this bright orange sun that comes and illuminate my mind. I always sit or often sit over an ocean, and it's so bright, it's so beautiful, and it's like orange is a color of active intelligence as well. So the light may come to us in many forms. We just gotta allow it to unfold, and to come in alignment with whatever truth our spirit wants to realize. So because it is not always easy as we awaken to discern between the inner voice of the ego and the inner voice of the soul. It's like because the matrix of the ego will always try to prevent us to hold on to the past, to hold on to the truth it knows, to stay in power. So it will, as long as it is there, it will manifest as an opposing force to the ascension, and it is like it's testing us all the time to activate all our fears, all our doubts, all those things needs to be activated to see how do we deal with that. And sometimes we're just so in despair and we let go, and then we get picked up by the higher beings, and so it's like, woo, it's like going back to the surface. And so for opening the heart makes us very vulnerable in the initial states, and the sensitivity is a double-edged sword. So but it is important to continue to work with the heart, to open the heart, to free our heart from fear and doubts and all those things, and also to understand that there are many people who want to try to, who they want what they want from us, but they're not considering of our highest good. They just want things, and so it is important to take care of yourself, to go with people that are not vampiring you in energy, because a lot of people they know what they want, they think they can get it, and so they're going to try it. But do not sacrifice your well-being to please others. It is important to learn that, otherwise we'll get exhausted. And so for all is always created in this world to prevent us from discovering our true nature, which is eternal and unlimited. Everything is temporal and limited down here. So it is understanding that. For there is we attract what we need, whether it is positive or negative. And so sometimes we draw on energy that are from higher planes, and sometimes the lower planes. But in the lower planes, there are astral beings that are very specific. Everything is very compartmented on the astral beings in the astral world. So and the higher we go, the more positive it is. Up to the midpoint is like everything's positive, but the lower part is always sensitive. And so there is beings that are nourishing exclusively from fear, others that are using every time we have feeling of fear, it is like some being is using that as a treat, nourishment, or it can be jealousy, it can be anger, it can be frustration. There are specific beings that are nourishing from specific emotions. And so once we recognize that, we can tune into the higher frequency spirit, and they can lift us up there. And so we can, then they have to disengage from feeding on us. They're like there was all kinds of they look a little bit like lizards, and they have this big tongue, and they come and feed from within our energy field. So we want to close up our aura to let go of all kinds of things that can make us like holes in our aura, so that those beings, but it is a progressive, it is very progressive, trusting that God and spirit, your spirit guides, they know what's best for you, and they know what's their plans is far better than our plans. And the ego mind cannot get it. We don't have all the elements to get that, and so yet it is within our power. We are the ones that have been given the power to choose, and but trusting the heart is a challenge. Yet it is very much what's needed. And so, because understanding also that all our limitations are being tested, and before we can return to the eternal perfection of our origin, of our source. Because we're capable of manifesting adversity, but we're capable of manifesting miracle and blessings. So it's about being comfortable with shifting our reality, our beliefs toward this idea of pure joy. To return to our true self this year, it's going to be possible to return to our true self this year, to the essence of who we are. And so it is a great opportunity. And then once the first waves have ascended, the second and third wave will follow, and then the mass ascension will be able to be happening. But it all comes down to this critical mass of inner alignment, inner ascension, inner enlightenment of people. The highest wisdom is happy circumstances. of luck. Understanding the principles of luck. Well, luck is when God wants to remain anonymous. It's a blessing that comes and that is not expected. What we need to understand is the tribe, to get together with people that have a similar view as we are, similar vibration. Doesn't mean we agree on everything, but at least we agree on the core beliefs. What we need to do is the treasure island. It's to be able to find those treasures, to find the treasures that are there are many treasures within and without. For it is this connection to this inner treasures, to this the inner diamond within, and so they will continue. And the outcome is all that shine. All that shine. There's going to be a lot of great, wonderful things. There's like all this great deal of. It talks about material prosperity, but not to be too distracted by material things. All that shines. It's okay to enjoy it, but do not leave your spirituality. If you get this rewards, this abundance, whatever, these material things, you can continue to enjoy it, but keep on working on your inner self as well. Bring the balance between the inner and outer. Well, I just wanted to express those thoughts, those words. If you're on a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email. I thank you very much for your likes, for your comments, for your sharing, for your subscriptions, and for your donations. I'm going to sing this song. It's an old song, and it's just a funny song. That's what I sing it. It goes like this. You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love but confess. You've been a missing where you shouldn't been a missing, and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Some of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep laying when you ought to be truthing. You keep losing when you ought not to bet. You keep saying when you ought to be changing. Now what's right is right and you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Some of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing when you shouldn't be playing. You keep thinking that you'll never get burned. I just found me a brand new box of matches, and what do you know, you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Some of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking. It's an old song, Nancy Sinatra. And so it's been a big challenge. This dream I had last night was extremely disturbing. I hope it is astral beings that are playing on my fear and not something they're preparing me for. But I think, so the card of the day is the wheel. So it probably, I know there is a big change that is coming. It is the card of miracle. It is the Archangel Jeremiel. He's standing in levitation here. It takes new beginning. You are arriving at a turn. Change of direction to access happiness. So it is very much this great possibility for miracle and magic, and Spirit is talking to me about levitation and telekinesis. I don't know, maybe someday like it's just going to appear like this. Huh? We'll see about that. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.